Hello, viewers. I'm SB.
And I'm Amabel.
She's trying to get into the spirit, into the season. You know, it is technically October still. We got into this a little bit later than we were planning to. But welcome to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. When that scroll in the background finishes, it will finish saying
Bloodline.
Bloodlines is the name of this game. This is a classic. I want to say qualified. Classic asterisk. I saw somebody just the other day describe this game as a smorgasbord of the best and worst ideas in gaming. There are some parts of this game that are real bangers, Amabel, and that's what we're here for. There are other parts also.
We're also here for them.
So let me just give a little bit of context. We're going to be on this main menu screen for a second. So, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines comes to us from a company called Troika Games. Troika Games was founded by a bunch of the people who worked at Interplay during sort of the golden years at Interplay, specifically the three lead creatives behind Fallout 1. During Fallout 2, there were some disagreements between the creative people and the money people about how things should be run, leading to a bunch of the creative people leaving to found Troika while Fallout 2 was still in development. So, some of those people came over here, they founded this studio. This is not the first thing they made. It was kind of the last thing they made for reasons that we'll get to in the story here. But so this has that lineage. This comes from CRPG people, the people who made some of the classics. And I'm hoping that we'll get to some of their other games too. But yeah, I don't want to get ahead of myself. So, this game had a kind of a weird, tortured development. The company was running out of money. They managed to get Valve to agree to allow them to develop this game on the source engine, the proper Half-Life 2-ass source engine, before Half-Life 2 came out. Which meant that when they got a thing that they were interested in shipping, they had to wait until, they couldn't be the first source game. They had to wait for Half-Life 2. So this game did come out the same day as Half-Life 2. It is tied for first source engine game. But it's also kind of completely unfinished. It was pushed out the door sort of without an ending, and you may be asking, how could it be the case that they were both eager and rushing to get their game out and having to wait, but also unfinished? And that's the core of the problem here, is that they were just running out of money. They did not have the resources to put an ending on this thing. And this is a popular game in the CRPG community, in the ImSim community, because it is kind of sitting at the nexus of those two things in a lot of ways. And I've seen so many oral histories and interviews with the developers and stuff, and the one thing I've seen over and over again, literally every single one of those interviews, is if we had the money, if we'd had the runway to put 6 more months into that game. If only.
Yeah.
And it's not even gosh, if we could have gone at it completely differently. It's always just, we just needed 6 months. But unfortunately, they didn't have it. So, we're playing a game. We've got an unofficial patch, a fan patch installed that's going to help with some of the incompleteness issues, but not alleviate them entirely. You're still going to be able to see the broken edges a little bit. And then to get to the part about then Troika, then the company went out of business. So Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines released on November 16th, 2004. Same release date as Half-Life 2, which obviously it causes some problems, right? There's some competition there. Do you happen to know anything else about November of 2004?
That was an election year?
Okay. In terms of video games, it's often regarded as one of the sort of densest release windows for super hyped games in history. This game came out within 10 days of Metal Gear Solid 3 and Halo 2 in addition to releasing on the same day as Half-Life 2. And so, in part because of that, and in part because of Troika's totally fair reputation for releasing games that were maybe not 100% QA'd through, because they make, big complicated games. Bloodlines initially sold 72,000 copies in that first release window.
That's not a lot of copies.
Well, to compare it directly to Half-Life 2, which I think is a pretty clean comparison across the board, Half-Life 2 sold 6.5 million in that same.
That's more. That's a bigger number.
Yeah. So, so the company was already financially struggling. Vampire the Masquerade got an extremely lukewarm sales reception, and it was the last straw, right? It reviewed polarizingly. A lot of people were very there for the things that the big swings they were taking, and a lot of people were not there for how many of those swings failed to connect. So that's the universe we're dumping you into. But this is a classic of the genre. There are some things about it that are really spectacular, and I want to get to share those with you. And also, I think this is if you want to really talk about MSims or CRPGs or the intellectual lineage of either of those things as they cross through each other and kind of eventually become the bedrock of kind of a lot of modern AAA game design. This game is a critical. This is a linchpin. You have to know about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. So, without wasting any further time,
yeah,
go ahead and hit new game.
Going to the hot topic.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Holy hell, you're not wrong.
The world of darkness is a place where immortal monsters pull the strings of humanity. Violence and despair. Okay.
Your clown voice is way too slow for the dialogue.
My narrator voice. It wasn't a clown voice.
Okay.
A
new game starts with
answer.
Okay. A new game starts with creating a new character. So you know a little bit about the world of Vampire the Masquerade, mostly through osmosis from knowing me. Right?
Yeah. And I actually had a copy of the storyteller's book, the GM book.
Okay, but the GM book for Vampire.
For Vampire.
Okay.
But without the game.
Yeah.
I had a copy of the book.
All right, so the world of darkness is a role-playing setting that had a bunch of games sort of bound together in it. There was vampire, there was werewolf, there was mage, there was changeling. But yeah, sort of Vampire's
the main one.
Vampire is the one that most people are most familiar with. There was a period where they were leading with werewolf a lot in the 90s, but vampire is sort of the classic spine of the line, so to speak.
How many different clans of werewolves are there? Are there 20 like there are with the vampires?
There are not 20 clans of vampires. And werewolves work different than that. Listen, the point is, there's going to be a lot of having to explain the world of Vampire to you,
sure.
And the game will do it as well. So, for those of you who are not familiar, don't feel like you're going to be left behind here. All right, you want to answer a series of questions about the type of vampire you would like to play?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm absolutely here for that kind of thing. I read a little bit about some older. Saw some videos about some older CRPGs, and this is character creation, something that's really fascinating to me. Well, I'm gonna be a lady vampire, of course.
Of course. You're stuck in traffic after a concert, and the guy behind you is laying on the horn. Your friends in the car are urging you to park the car and help them stick the dude's horn somewhere uncomfortable. Do you get out, pull the guy out of the car, and put him in the hospital, or talk your friends down? You don't need a lawsuit or jail time.
I mean, it's going to be the second one. I'm not going to... That's a crazy thing to do. Why would you... Who are these friends? They're terrible.
Well, yeah, what does the word friend mean where you're from? But, you got to imagine a little bit here, the power fantasy, right? If you could do it... I guess I was going to say if you could do it and get away with it, but I guess the second answer was we're not going to get away with it. But, as a vampire, imagine you have the power to do things within certain limits.
What if I
You
just want
met
to be a nice vampire?
you met someone at a club and they took you back to their place. Things start getting interesting. They've gotten out their puzzle books. When all of a sudden you hear someone come in the front door, their spouse. Do you head to the kitchen, let them see you, pretend you're a distant cousin and they were nice enough to let you stay on the couch? Gather up your clothes, hide behind the door, and slip out of the apartment as quietly as possible? Or calmly explain you had no idea they were married and that you intend to leave and never come back, keeping your finger over the speed dial in case you need the police. I will note here that they are missing some they're missing some options.
Yeah, so options that I think would be obvious for. I mean, I get the sense that the vampires are a little decadent.
Yeah. Slutty. The
Yeah,
word you're looking for is slutty.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like,
So maybe they're into it. See if they're into it. Check, you know?
yeah, I don't have that option. Ah,
So what are you thinking here? This
I
is like manipulation, avoidance, and cowardice?
yeah, I guess I'll do the first one. Because that it feels the least. They're all weird, but it feels the least weird.
Okay. Being a night person, you watch a lot of late night TV movies. 3 movies are on. Which one do you watch? Fist of the Monkey King, a wire fu film with that scene where Wu beats 20 armed men with his bare hands. Sword of the Bushi, a Japanese film where a lone samurai cuts a path through a gang of yakuza. Or Sergeant Murderstein III, the cop that doesn't play by the rules, takes on the drug cartel that kidnapped his daughter with only his trusty 44 to back him up.
Okay, so I interpret that as Sergeant Murderstein 3, like the third film in the Sergeant Murderstein series, the
Yeah.
one where they get someone else to play the character by that point.
Yeah, because the other guy has moved on to actual movies or something.
But you said the third, which is very funny.
I did say the third. I heard it as it was coming out of my mouth. I was like, that doesn't seem like the right. Maybe it's about, a guy whose grandfather and father both from Sergeant Murderstein.
So these are all things that I would watch. The first 2 would probably be better films.
Yeah, you have shown me multiple movies in the Fist of the Monkey King oeuvre, I would say. The movies that are this kind of thing.
It's weird seeing it called wire fu. I know there was a period of time in the West where wire fu was used to refer to that kind of wushu wire kind of film, but I'm more used to seeing it called wushu at this point,
Yeah, but this game came out in 2004.
All right, yeah.
This game came out during that period that you're talking about.
All right, Fist of the Monkey King.
Right, the Matrix is a couple years before Crouching Tiger.
Okay.
When did Crouching Tiger come out in America? Was that like 98? Somewhere like 2000?
So no, it would have been like it was 2000 or 2001, I think, because I saw that in the theater.
Okay, yeah, I've never actually seen it. I just remember the.
It'll be a little slow for you, I think, but it's good.
Okay. I was really wasn't really asking. I was just saying this is why I'm not familiar with the date. You're in a convenience store looking through the beer freezer. So you did choose the wire fu one though.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a habit of clicking on stuff without saying what you're clicking on.
I did say it.
This being a let's play.
No, I did say it.
When you click, say that you. Okay.
Chat.
Let
Put
us
in the
know.
comments
let us
if
know.
I said it or not.
Get in the comments and
stamp.
get in the comments and defend my honor. You're in a convenience store looking through the beer freezer when all of a sudden a man walks in and pulls a gun on the cashier. Do you sneak up behind him, disarm him, and beat him senseless, or quietly make your way to the bathroom and lock yourself in, and presumably call somebody?
I mean, I guess if I'm doing it as I'm a vampire, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, the question it's sort of like which thing would you want to do more than what thing would you do in real life? Maybe.
I mean, sneak up and disarm is fine. Why beat him? That doesn't seem like that's not nice. But someone might get hurt with the second one. I don't want that.
Yeah, well, there's got to be.
I clicked on the first one.
All right, calm down. Would you like turn down the gain on your microphone a little bit? You are so headroomy. Um, they got to have some answers to separate the Brujas from the other people. You know, that's a Vampire the Masquerade. Don't worry about it. A bouncer at the
Okay.
opening of an exclusive nightclub won't let you inside to party with all the beautiful people. Do you convince him that you work for that director? You know who, and you'll bring him with you next time. Do you hide out by the back exit, wait for someone to leave, and then slip in undetected? Or do you bribe him? Everyone's got their price, and it's worth it to get to know the kind of people inside.
Um, it's gonna be one of the first two. I mean, I like the idea of talking my way into a thing. Realistically, I quietly wait and try to sneak in, but you know that. But if I'm role playing, I'm playing a character.
Yeah, again,
Uh,
again, sort of what would you want to do? What would you want to be able to do?
I'd want to be confident and talk my way into a
Okay.
situation.
It's late. You're at the red spot, waiting for your microwave burrito to heat up. There are 3 arcade games to waste some time on. Which one do you play? The fighting game where you pull off the triple flash uppercut as a finisher every time. You can hit those consistent electric wind god fists. Ooh. That beat 'em up game where you can pick up the bat and womp on hordes of generic thugs. Or the sniper game with the realistic gun for a controller.
Uh,
I fucking love Sniper Scope. Sniper Scope's so good.
I don't know that
Or
one.
wait, is that game? The game's called Silent Scope. Whatever that game's called, y'all know what game I'm talking about.
I mean, of the three, the one that I play fighting games.
Yeah,
So,
you
I
play
mean,
fighting games.
yeah.
While in a club, you spot your ex-roommate who skipped out after taking your stuff and leaving you with a stack of bills. He looks dead drunk. Do you grab him by the head and repeatedly bash his face into the bar? Or call the cops? See you in court, buddy. I have to say, the fact that they do this do you ellipsis at the end of the thing, thus motivating them to end all of the options with a question mark, makes them read very weird when they decide to do multiple sentences in one answer. See you in
Yeah.
court, buddy.
Also, so he left me with a bunch of money, with a stack of bills.
No. He didn't leave money. He didn't pay his half of the rent the last 2 months and then vanished.
Oh, okay. He took my stuff. Um,
Hey, how
I
how
don't
much
like
how much
either of
trust
these.
do you have in the American court system, and especially the police, to fairly remedy your woes here?
Ah, yeah, but I don't want to bash. Like that feels
Yeah, it's
excessive. Now? Where's the smooth talking option in this one? You know?
I guess it's supposed to
Um,
be the cops.
yeah. I guess I'm getting violent. If he took my stuff, I don't have a lot of stuff. So, gosh.
The world's a cruel and unforgiving place, but you've gotten by so far. Why? Because if someone gets in my way, I kick their ass? Or I live alone, I don't need others, just me, my dog, and to hell with the rest. Notice
Do I get a dog?
there's not an option here that's like, I have friends and am socially pleasant to be around.
Yeah.
You have been embraced by the Gungrel clan. I feel like you were fucking routed into the Gungrel clan because of the lack of, like, every option was either beat a guy to death or live alone in the woods. And so you got
No.
you got the clan that is the one who beats people to death and lives alone in the woods.
So these are the ones that are always after the Smurfs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes called nomads, loners, and introverts, the Gungrel spurn the trappings of civilization and prefer to roam the wilds in solitude. Known for having an uncanny connection with the beast within, some learn the power to shapeshift. So one thing that's a big part of the setting, because most of the time, for most of the settings run, it's been vampire is the primary most important game, and werewolf is the second most important game. And then there was that brief period in the 90s where they tried to swap them. Is that the vampires and the werewolves do not get along. Vampires and werewolves hate each other. The Gangrel are the ones who can kind of sort of walk the line a little bit. They get along with the
Okay.
werewolves better than everybody else because they kind of understand and so there's a lot of sort of like werewolf flavor sort of leaked into
Okay,
the Gangrel vibe.
this will be interesting.
Your vampire's attributes and abilities have been determined and entered into the character sheet. But this is all just, we can change all this stuff. It's all pencil right now.
Okay.
So up here in the upper left part of the sheet, you have your attributes and the abilities, which feats are derived from. Attributes are your inherent character traits and are broken into 3 categories: physical, social, and mental. Abilities are things that you learn and also are broken into 3 categories: talents, skills, and knowledges. Members of the animalistic Gangrel clan are close to their inner beast, so your strongest attribute is physical, in which you have 2 extra points. You can see there's one set point in each of the attributes, and then the 2 that are sort of a slightly different color are the penciled in ones that you can move around.
Okay.
You also have 1 point in mental and no points in social, a Gangrel's weakest attribute, and they've put them in where they think they fit, but we can, like I said, we can move those. As for abilities, being Gangrel gives you an advantage in their warrior skills, in which you have 3 points to spend. You only have average talents and are weak in knowledges. Over here on the right, we have feats, the kinds of actions you perform in the game. Feats are derived by adding an attribute to an ability. An example would be the feat of lockpicking, which is dexterity plus security. Hovering your mouse pointer over a feat will highlight the attribute and ability upon which it is dependent after we're done tutorializing the character sheet. You are a member of the Gangrel clan, closest of all vampires to their inner nature. Gangrels have a keen understanding of the beast in their souls and prefer to spend their nights in communion with the animals whom they so emulate. Their disciplines are animalism, that's animal communion, fortitude, vampiric toughness, and of course protean, shapeshifting. Up here at the top, we have your humanity bar. 7 is the norm. 10 is saintly. You're going to have a problem. You're going to have problems with this humanity idea. I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
10 is saintly. The lower you go, the closer to the beast you become. Also, the lower your humanity, the greater your chances of frenzying. When a vampire goes into frenzy, they lose all control and attack any and everything around them. However, as you gain experience, you can spend experience points to increase your humanity. So they mean both humanity and also like humanity versus monstrousness, but also like Christian moral good versus Christian moral evil. Despite the fact that there's very little that I would argue is more human than some things that are regarded by that moral scale as evil.
Yeah.
Up here in the top right, you have your Masquerade violations. The Masquerade is a code by which many vampires unlive.
Oh, that's...
Anytime a vampire is seen doing a supernatural act by a mortal, it will be considered a Masquerade violation. You have 5 chances, and each strike will have repercussions. If you commit 5 Masquerade violations, you will be dealt with harshly. So I do want to take a second and just talk about the Masquerade real quick.
Okay.
The basic idea of the Masquerade is there was a period where if I have my history correct here, and who knows if this has been retconned or whatever, but when I knew it, the basic idea was there was a period where the vampires lorded over all the humans, medievally times or before or whatever, and it was great. Vampires are basically like superheroes. You can beat up and eat any human you want, and all the humans lived in cowering fear. And then one day, some human being did the math and was like, hey, if they, can't go outside half the time and there's so many more of us than them, like, couldn't we just kick their asses? And it turns out, yes, that actually 100% that works. So the vampires
today.
So these surviving vampires came up with this idea called the Masquerade. We'll pretend, they got us all. Vampires are all gone now. And we will hide our doings. We will no longer perform supernatural acts in the open. Let the human beings think that they are totally running things. Safer for everybody, right? Okay. So the vampire clans are basically broken into 2 big factions, the Camarilla and the Sabbat, based on whether they think the Masquerade is a stupid idea or not. The Camarilla, good guy vampires, are pro Masquerade. You are playing a Camarilla vampire. You don't have the option not to. The Sabbat vampires are a little more openly monstrous and more willing to violate the Masquerade within reason because they're outnumbered and there are consequences and whatnot. But basically, Sabbat bad guy vampires who think the Masquerade is kind of stupid bullshit. Okay, that's all I wanted to get across.
I love that the good guy vampire is, just pretending that we're not doing evil things.
Yeah. Well, and there's certain kinds of things that you get kicked out of the Camarilla for doing. You'll learn about some of that. Down there in the bottom is information on things you're hovering over. And down in the bottom right is the auto level toggle. I think you should leave auto level off. I think you should control how your character levels up. So at this point, we can control, we can change all this stuff. Right. If you go to, if you click on base over there to the left, top left, you see where it says base and sheet. If you click on base, you can change your clan if you don't want to be a gangrel.
Fine.
And if you are cool with being a gangrel lady, then everything else we alter on this next page. So all of basically the Camarilla, you made mention of the idea of vampire clans. There's like 13 vampire clans at the time that this game was made. And
there's 20 now, yeah. As well,
it's like 7 or 8 of them are in the Camarilla. And then 3 of them are formally in the Sabbat, and the other ones are kind of abstaining from the conflict, if I remember correctly.
I mean, all of these seem fine.
Okay, so a little bit fightier than I would normally expect from you.
Well, wait. So could I? Yeah, no, I can't. Okay.
Yeah, you can move that. You can move those around within the category. If you would like to be somebody with some starting social skills, you'll probably have to change your clan.
All right. Well, what?
So Bruja the Bruja are kind of like the brash, passionate idealists and rebels, more likely to fight for their rights than write protest songs. You get a +1 to your unarmed feat, penalized with a -2 to all frenzy checks because you got a temper. But I think Bruja should be able to do some social skills. Okay, if we're looking at these, Malkavian and Nosferatu are a little bit unusual. The Malkavians are, well, hold on now. Let me talk.
All right, I'm listening.
The Malkavians are like the crazy seer archetype.
Why is she dressed like that? That's
Amabel. Listen,
yeah.
The Malkavians are the crazy seer archetype. You get to know things sometimes that you cannot know, but you're also going to know a bunch of things that aren't true. And so it's going to be sort of messy separating the one from the other. The way she's dressed is an element to play into the sort of there's a certain kind of late 90s, early 2000s, tortured, brilliant, the kind of character I'm talking. So that's what the clothing is about. The Nosferatus are Nosferatus.
Yeah, no thanks.
And so the thing about the Nosferatus that really will change your interactions with the game significantly is that being seen by humans can be a Masquerade violation. So you spend a lot of time underground. The Malkavians have some really interesting, unique dialogue and interactions with things, but it also will really significantly change the way the game plays. The Ventru are sort of like the rich folks, the upper crust. Right, the Toreadors are the artists and visionaries, the high society archetypes.
Yeah, I mean that's more my.
Okay. I was kind of interested. I was interested to see you play a more punchy character, although I guess it's not something I haven't seen before. So what are you thinking for this character then?
So I'm gonna start with trying to figure out where I'm putting the mental thing because that's That's 1 point. So that's a smaller
Mm-hmm.
choice.
Yeah.
Get that out of the way.
So when you mouse
So,
over a thing, you can see the feats that
yeah.
it plays into.
Range and inspection, research and intimidate, hacking and defense. Okay.
All right, and then 2 points of social. Okay, charisma and appearance. It is weird that appearance is okay. We're not going to get into critiquing this system too deeply right now.
So talents.
You could still be pretty punchy, I suppose, if you wanted to be. Okay, maximum dodge. I suppose that's a way to be. Maximum dodge, good at shooting. All right.
Investigation and scholarship, I guess, to lean into the.
Okay, so
Well,
we've created a character here who knows how to wield a gun. 3 points of research, 2 points of inspection. So you're pretty bookish.
yeah.
Pretty good at talking to people. 2 intimidate, 3 persuasion, 2 seduction. It's an interesting way of being good at talking to people. This should give you a lot of Oh right, and since you changed clans, your starting disciplines are different. So you have Auspex, which allows you to see better in the dark and also perceive the auras of all living things, which will let you get a little bit of a read on their character. Celerity makes you go real fast. That's vampire fast mode. And Presence allows you to like terrify people around you. People look upon you with fear to the point where it like hinders them in combat even.
I like the idea of going fast, but this kind of leads more into some of the
sort of like overawing people.
Yeah.
Yeah, more presence can definitely open up some.
All right, and now 40 minutes into the episode.
Did you want to set your name? Are you cool with Vanessa? Is Vanessa fine?
Vanessa's a cool name.
Okay. The
I'll take
button
it.
is grayed out. Okay, but it still works. That's weird. Some visual language that I would maybe have changed personally.
I want to show you something.
Oh, this is quite quiet. That's unfortunate. Why is the color of her head model so different from the color of her body model? Oh shit, hot vampire action.
Good evening. My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, The penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence. Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that...
This is bullshit!
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening.
Boy, these character models.
Tragic. My apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
Okay, people are a little quiet. I was hesitant to adjust that live because I was afraid clicking out and then clicking back in might skip it. I might nudge it in post. Item gained.
Items gained.
Your
Fists.
mitts. You gained both fists and hands. Playing Goro mode today. All right,
He's about to look around. While to move. Toggle key to okay.
So,
well,
What a scene, man. Ooh-wee. Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
all right, hold on a second. Let me adjust the volume here because otherwise we're gonna be miserable. Actually, I wonder, can we adjust the volume of his voice separate? Nope, of course not. All right, I'm gonna just turn everything up then. Apologies that buzzing noise is gonna get kind of annoying. All right, let me see if I can let me work a little bit of magic here. Okay, well it's certainly louder.
yep.
Let's see how this works. Yeah, what's up?
It's almost like they didn't optimize it for streaming or let's plays. What was wrong with them? Because they know how games work.
No, that level of volume is definitely not the way things. That's not good for anybody.
Yeah. Won't he become a vampire then?
Wait.
Don't work that way. Now go for it. Be sure, though.
Did the volume change make everything except him louder? Hold on. I'm gonna open the.
Might be hard to resist, but don't
Okay. Go drain that guy, but don't. All right.
All right.
Hit all right. I don't think that volume. Okay. So I didn't find any console commands that refer specifically to dialogue volume. Feeding on humans will fill your blood pool. It's over there on the right. The default feed key is F. It is important that humans do not see you feed on other humans. Stop feeding before emptying his blood pool and killing him. You got it? You think you can handle that?
Yeah.
Fill up you, don't empty him. Amabel, do you feel like a great and powerful vampire? I mean, you didn't really fill yourself. You didn't really fill, but you should fill up. They told you to fill up. I'm pretty sure you have to fill up.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to. I was worried about killing him.
Okay, well, don't kill him, but just like, yeah, there you go.
It was getting real close to the thing.
Listen, being a vampire is all about precision. Vampires live lives of precision.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whenever you're done, sweet cheeks, we can move this show along.
I wasn't trying. Okay, what button do I push to talk?
E, the universal interaction button. E.
Christ, it's stuck in there, huh?
Wait, he's quieter now than he was when he was responding to you punching him. Why would that? Okay, I'm pausing the recording again. We're gonna fucking. Wait, and now he's asking you about blood again. This fucking. Okay. All right, hold on. Okay, we're back and we're reloading, and I've done some fucking dark magic here. Our audio levels might be real bad. Go ahead and
What a scene, man! Hoo-wee!
I mean, that's not too bad.
Then it is
Yeah.
out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
Who are you?
What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide, and we'll trade life stories. Okay?
You're really loud now,
I got
actually.
about this much time. You in or out?
Cool.
The thing I did to the audio levels drove you up in a way that it really shouldn't have, and I'm not. Whatever, it's fine.
Now, we ain't got much time, but I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least, you know. Could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet?
No.
Oh, man, we're popping it.
Oh, he says it regardless. Whoever I pick, he says it. Okay.
You're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne, like your new fucking heroin, kid. Get ready, though, because, hey, it's never as sweet as the first time.
Listen, they paid John DiMaggio a lot for this Macho Man Randy Savage impression, and you are gonna hear it.
I don't think Macho Man Randy Savage would ever say "poppin' a cherry." I don't think Miss Elizabeth would approve. All right, what do I do?
Down around the corner there, I saw this human. Poor SOB can't find his car.
So what do I do?
All right. You go down there, casually like. You creep up on him, then bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already.
It's weird that I'm not hearing the bug zapper sound that was at all.
Yeah, the ambient. I don't know.
There's
There's so many other.
I could use a drink.
Now go for it. Be sure though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain them dry, okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill them.
Yep. All right.
There's so many other background audio sounds that have been brought up now. Oh, there it is. You can still hear it kind of vaguely. It's
Okay,
not a
so
bug
I'm-
zap. I think it's supposed to be like the electric lights.
So I'm sneaking.
Feeding on
Right,
humans
yeah.
fills your blood pool. But
Yep. No.
he have blood. You need blood. Get blood from he. It's really that easy.
It's in the bars. Don't kill him.
Oh, we don't kill him. Yeah. There you go. He's fine.
That's a lot of his blood, though.
He
He's
is-
gonna
yeah.
have
He's gonna have an episode for sure.
Christ, it's stuffy in there, huh? This is much better. Now, we ain't got much time, but I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least, you know. Could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet?
Yes. Say yes.
I don't have that option.
Oh, man, we're popping a cherry here.
Oh.
Ah, you're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamp.
This is the game with the patch
What's your new fucking
that fixes it, right?
Get ready.
Yeah.
So I'm,
It's never as sweet as the first time.
when you say they didn't finish it,
Well, one thing you cannot say
do
about
you mean
this
they just did this section and that's the whole game they shipped?
one thing you cannot say about this bit here is that it's unfinished. They clearly did all the work twice.
Can't find his car. All right. You go down there, casual like. You creep up on him. You bare those fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already.
Or at least once.
Now go for it. Be sure though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain them dry, okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill them.
All right. Okay, but my
So-
bar is full.
Yeah, can you just immediately talk to him again, or
Yeah.
there you go.
Ah, yeah. Hell yeah, you're feeling it. I can see it in your eyes. You're a born-again predator. Feeling that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there.
Yeah, but
I don't know how I feel about it, but it does feel good.
Never mind. Go
All
ahead.
right, now, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better. All kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things in common. Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain.
Yeah, like what?
Like sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still, a chance at immortality's not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. Fringe benefits for joining the club.
I'm gonna live forever?
Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic, it's worthless. A cross? Pfft, shove it right up their ass. A steak? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire? That's real trouble. Sunlight? Well, you catch a sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it?
Got it.
Okay, now. What the fuck is this?
Dot.
Look, you get inside here and head upstairs. We'll meet up in a bit. I'm just gonna go see what the ruckus is.
You do that.
You don't need to pronounce the punctuation.
It's just not the.
I don't think that's where he wanted you to go.
Well, where is the?
Probably where he's.
Well, you pointed that way. Okay, yeah.
This is kind of funny because they're like at the bottom of your screen is the use icon. You literally couldn't have gotten this far if you didn't already know that, because you have to have used it on him to talk to him. That's pretty loud.
Okay. Yep.
All right, good, smooth.
Okay. Feats are combinations. Passion is a feat. You find your feats. Okay. Pick up certain objects in the world. Press the use key to pick up the lockpick. Okay.
You are able to read the dialogue boxes, right? Like you can.
Yeah.
Down here. Stay away from the windows. Oh, it's a Sabat raid. Sabat? They're, Christ, I was hoping to spare you this shit till later. The Sabat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, alright?
So what's up, gamers?
The Sabat got wind of the gathering here, so they figured they'd raise a little hell and put a little heat on the new prince.
What's the prince a prince of?
No time for political rundown. Job one, get out of here alive. Sabat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, like raging savages. Nothing a fledgling like you wants to mess with.
It's weird that they gave me the dialogue option of what's a he's not going to answer it.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
Shh. Heads up. Back away.
It's so loud. Don't be standing next to the window, you doofus.
Your posture is so bad.
Sabat bastards. All right, we gotta vamoose out the back quick. I'll stay and keep a watch out. You get us into the office. The door's around the corner here.
I'm on it.
All right, you have a quest log. It's on L. We all know how a quest log works.
When a door is locked, you'll see this use icon. Lockpicking, a combination of dexterity and security, is a feat that helps you open locked doors with a lockpick. When you see this icon, press the use key to try to lockpick it. Once you've begun lockpicking, you will see this bar. It represents the time needed to pick the lock. If the value of your lockpicking feat is equal to or greater than the difficulty of the lock, you'll be able to pick it.
Yep, that's what it looks like she's doing. Listen, it's hard to path people
Watching
around.
that shit.
Shortcut. Well, nicely done, though. Not exactly an angel in life, were you?
I know how to handle myself.
Cool. Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, take notes from those Sabat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you can expect.
Wait, I still got that list of people from high school. Why not? What the hell does that mean?
Like a revenge list. Is the implication.
Okay.
It's the same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento. And it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning.
I get it.
Keep our secret, and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you.
What do you mean? What could happen?
That party party back there with the guy in the suit and the Magilla Gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla. Oof. They make a tidy business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one.
I see.
All right, now don't worry, because I know the area a little. And you know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings.
Okay, but what does that mean exactly?
You do what you gotta do. Theft, destruction of property, breaking and entering. These will be the least of your sins before the night's out. So look around here. We gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.
I'll find it. Area indicator. The icon to the left indicates that you are in a combat area. Combat anything goes. Masquerade, respect the masquerade. Elysium, vampire neutral ground. No combat or disciplines are allowed, except blood buff while lockpicking. Okay. In masquerade areas, breaking the masquerade can carry dire consequences, such as the unwanted attention of vampire hunters. After 5 masquerade violations, your game is over. Your current number of violations is displayed in the upper right corner of your character sheet. When you can use a computer, you will see this use icon. Computers are helpful in solving quests. They can hold information like emails and files and control various electronic devices. Each computer will have a list of menus and commands you can use. Many menus and commands will be password protected. Hacking, which combines wits and computer, is a feat that allows you to hack into password protected items. You'll be prompted to press Control-C to attempt your hacking feat. If the value of your hacking feat is equal to or greater than the difficulty, you'll be successful. To stop using a computer, type quit or use the escape key.
There may be too many helpful tutorial dialogue boxes by like a factor of 2 or 3. How's it going over there? You seem to be pressing a lot of buttons.
I was trying to do controls. Okay.
Use. It'll tell you when it's time to hack. Remember, it said you would be prompted like this. Oh, skill too low to make a hack. You don't have you don't have 2 points of hacking.
Help. Type list to get the available menus and commands. Menu names are listed in brackets. Yeah. Oh
well, you know you don't have the skill for that. You'll just have to figure it out some other way.
Okay, let's look for his password.
It's usually just a sticky note attached to the monitor.
You read a note, you see this use icon. Okay, sure.
Well, there you go. This is actually an incredible level of security for a video game, for like a computer in sim. They put the password like a whole foot away from the computer.
You approach the container, you will see this use icon. Press the use key to open it.
They had so
now,
little.
Was this...
Like it's really remarkable how little faith they had that you would be able to tell what their icons mean.
So, like, these days, if I walk up to a thing, I might highlight it, and then I press the button. There won't necessarily be an icon. Not every time. Was this more the standard?
This definitely comes a little bit from that CRPG
Now
tradition.
take that key card.
Okay.
At the back. I'll meet you out in the alley there. I'm gonna check out things from topside.
Got it.
Like there being an illustrated button for every verb feels very CRPG to me.
Press the inventory key to access your inventory. Click on the left and right arrow buttons above your inventory list. To access different inventory categories, keys are located in the equipment category on a key ring. Most keys, once used, will not be needed again and are removed. Okay.
Would you listen to Die My Darling?
Maybe. All right, I used the key.
Is that vibe calling to you?
Whoa. You've been wounded by the Sabbath. This blue bar represents your current level of health. If you sustain regular damage, it will turn black. If it's depleted, you suffer final death and your game is over. Health regenerates over time. When you are feeding, your health regenerates much faster. So, like, let me ask you a question, because this came out the same day as Half-Life 2.
Mm.
The tutorial in Half-Life 2 is not this belabored.
No.
But they're a different kind of game, right? So
Yeah.
Is this kind of tutorialization more common for?
I mean, I think you're seeing an extreme here for sure. The degree of tutorialization we're getting here is, I think, not regular in any sense.
Okay, aggravated damage is yellow, takes longer to heal than regular damage.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the tutorial's almost over, though. So, it's... Let's talk to him again so he gets another few lines of dialogue.
Vatos, you get winged? Hey, look at them potholes. Those will close up soon enough. Better feed, though. There's someone down the stairs here. It's not the freshest catch, but it'll do.
What's the difference? Blood's blood, right?
Now, when it comes to feeding, it's quality blood you're looking for, not the quantity. Bums and lowlifes don't pack the same punch that a healthy, well-bred human will. Juice bags with a pedigree. That's the good stuff, but you gotta take what you can get. You ever had a PhD, kid? Ooh, that's good stuff.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
But, we've already been... I'm not going to get into... I'm sure we'll have time to get into the class assumptions that are baked into the world in a future episode, because we're
gonna see plenty of that stuff for sure.
Remember what I said, though. Don't kill them. At least not the innocent ones. You're a monster now. Make no mistake. One of the damned and the fallen. You need to hold on to every last shred of humanity you have.
Let's say I get a little overzealous. What happens then?
An innocent's an innocent. You kill one, even a worthless bum, even by accident, and it's gonna cost you a piece of your own humanity. When you're close to that beast you got welling up inside you.
Cool. I'm glad that ontologic. Okay.
Just let it go for now.
I'm tired of. Pardon?
Just let it go for now.
I'm tired of this sermon and go down and get a drink.
All right, now go feed. Careful though. He's gonna drain fast.
Be back in a minute. You want to avoid draining your victims. Draining innocent humans will give you a bounty to your humanity. Lower your humanity the closer you get to the beast. If humanity gets too low, you begin to lose control of your character. This is a frenzy and may result in a masquerade violation if you're around humans.
Take on the crime, never know what he.
And by the time all that talking and shit was done, you didn't even really need the blood
Not
anymore.
quite as good, huh? Eh, you can do worse. There's some rats down the way. You think I'm kidding? You can survive feeding on animals if you can stomach that kind of thing. Ugh.
Worse than a bum's neck? That scarf tasted like old gym socks. Why do I know the taste of old gym socks? This is...
Well, give it a try.
I'll think about it. Rats can be fed upon to gain a single blood point. You will find some rats at the other end of the alley near the yellow windows. Killing rats has no impact on your humanity score. Humans do not react well when they see live rats being sucked on. Do you have any thoughts about that, sweetheart?
Well, I don't like the way it's worded.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it would have to be pretty quick. Also, it seems like it was floating in midair there for a while. That's normal. That's good.
You rat sucker. Hey, I don't care what you do, but just so you know, polite vampire society looks down on that kind of thing.
What an asshole. After tasting one of those, I don't blame them.
Keep it down. Got someone around the way here.
Just one guy?
Not too much of a threat by himself, but you never know if there's more in shouting range. You're gonna have to sneak past.
Sneak where?
The building across from us with the garage door. There's some double doors on the far side. I'll meet you inside. Just stay low and stick to the shadows. And don't let him see you.
I'll do my best. See you in a minute.
All right, go.
Go on. You must be crouched to sneak. You can crouch by pressing the crouch key. Default control. Meter to the left indicates the proximity of your enemies, the chance of detecting you if they are looking your way. Green means completely safe. Yellow means you might be seen. Red is they will see you. Okay. So it's my light gem.
Yeah.
Okay, and where is this? The building across from us.
Yeah, no, like through here, I think. No,
Okay.
no. Through the big ass. Yeah, here.
Oh, I can open that, right? Okay.
Very natural posture here.
Yeah, there's a guy.
Yeah, so just watch the light in the shadows, and he's walking this way. Something exploded right in his face, and it turned him around pretty good. Easy.
Keep it quiet. They're inside here.
Whew.
Seems that shovelhead outside just got separated from his pack. He's wounded too. Go take care of him.
What?
Don't worry. He's probably greener than you.
What makes you say that?
The Sabbat, you see, they don't have the most rigorous training program. In fact, that poor sod is lucky if he knows he's a vampire.
How can that be?
He's probably just turned and beaten over the head. They like to do that. Make shock troops, cannon fodder, put him out of his misery.
I'll do my best.
He is a vampire, so be ready.
I was born ready.
Go get him.
I'm on it. To engage in unarmed combat, you need to equip your fists and then attack. To equip your fists, press F1 until your fist icon is highlighted in your melee weapon inventory list, and then click the left mouse button. All right. Your unarmed combat feat is a combination of strength and brawl. There are different attacks depending on what direction you are moving when you initiate the attack. Try different combinations of moving and attacking in the upcoming battle. You can block by holding tab to put your fists away. Press the holster weapon key. Default H.
Remember, you have fists and you have hands, so you can press H to holster your fists and pull out your hands. The H is the hands button, if it helps you remember. You punched that guy so hard he burst into flames.
I just picked up a tire iron. To equip this weapon, different than the fist, we press F1 until the tire icon is highlighted, and then I click the left mouse button. Pressing the attack key will initiate my attack. Jesus Christ.
I haven't been counting, but we've got to be drawing up on 100 dialogue boxes at this point, right?
Yeah. This icon indicates the weapon you currently have equipped. For ranged weapons, there are numbers indicating your current reserve ammunition. Later in the game, you'll find armor. Equip it in the same way as the weapons by pressing the armor key until the armor is highlighted. Click the left mouse. Now, see, that's something they should remind me when I find armor.
Oh, and they will.
That does not need to be here.
I'm sure they will. I expect no fewer than 3 dialogue boxes about it when we get some.
God. Okay.
That's that. Sounds like you got another pack moving in, though. The Saban are going all out. You better head underground. Avoid straight bullets.
Sounds like a good strategy.
All right, head down into the basement through the grate in there. Keep that tire iron handy. I'll be there in a minute.
See ya. Hold on, let me... Okay, and then... Okay. That. When you are in position to perform a stealth kill, you'll see this icon. Stealth kills have the advantage of being silent. Perform a stealth kill. Equip your fist or melee weapon. Crouch and sneak up behind your victim until you see the stealth kill icon. Then press the use key. Okay.
Or when you are on higher stealth levels, the attack key. Okay, whatever. Use.
No.
Not sure what's going on.
Jesus Christ.
Sounds like the Sabac's getting scattered. I'm gonna keep an ear to the ground. Be careful going forward here. Could be a whole mess of them holed up.
The more the merrier.
I'm so glad
Stop
he's here.
putting me into first person.
You're gonna want to switch from time to time. It's especially if you intend to use guns. Using guns from a third-person view is very clumsy.
Disciplines are your vampiric powers. This icon indicates the discipline you currently have selected. There are 2 kinds of disciplines, passive and targeted. Passive directly affect you. Targeted disciplines directly affect your enemies. All disciplines cost a certain amount of blood from your blood pool to activate. Blood buff is an ability common to all vampires. Scroll the mouse wheel to select blood buff and use the power key, default right click, to activate it. Blood buff gives you a temporary bonus to all your physical attributes. It's useful in a variety of situations, like picking a lock that would otherwise be too difficult. In Elysium areas, you can use Blood buff while picking a lock only. Okay. Oh, I guess I better use my blood buff then.
And then beat the shit out of this lock. There you go. Look at you.
Toreador had 3 unique disciplines. Auspex, Second Sight allows you to see the auras of others. Celerity, supernatural speed. Presence, the mystical projection of personality, inspiring fear and awe. Auspex lets me see people's auras. The aura color indicates the individual disposition. Also increases your perception. There's a guard up ahead. Use Auspex to see his aura through the machinery. Scroll the mouse wheel to go to Auspex. Use the power key to activate it. It's a passive discipline. Make sure to pay attention to the discipline timer on the bottom right of the screen. Once you see the guard, equip the tire iron, move forward, and kill him. Okay.
Well, that's not really, turns, so you're actually targeting him.
Jesus. Why does he have this much health in the tutorial?
Well, I mean, he got all tough, and then he started blocking, and...
I think they're clearing out. No need to go stirring up the hornet's nest till we know the score, though. Head through here. Come to an elevator around the way.
I'll meet you over there.
Meet you there. Don't let them catch you.
No problem. I recognize that second line supposed to be the funny response, but it wasn't funny, so I'm not gonna... Presence, the power to mystically project your personality. Okay. There's a Sabbath guard up ahead. Use presence to frighten and then kill him. Scroll the mouse wheel, select presence. Use the power key to activate it. Each should lose his combat effectiveness. Okay.
Yeah, just
Do I
go over
have
there,
my...
Go over there and let him know how impressive you are.
It is so dark. I can barely see.
Huh. That's interesting. It's not dark at all on my screen. Like, not even a little bit dark.
Like, there's all these boxes around here, maybe?
Yeah, turn to your right. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay. But hang on, let me first get my tire iron.
Sure. Go and have presence. Look at how terrifying you are. I'm gonna be honest with you, he doesn't seem that scared.
No. I don't know if it worked.
I mean, he's being afflicted by it. You can see the big glowy...
Jeez Louise.
I don't think the tutorial is really familiar with how your powers work.
No, I don't think it is either. Alright, I'm gonna need this one, aren't I? Yep.
Celerity.
Celerity is vampiric supernatural speed. It's a passive or time-based discipline. Once you activate it, pay attention to the discipline timer on the bottom right of your screen. Do not use it in masquerade areas. Use celerity level 2 to 5 is a violation. Sabbath guard up ahead. Use celerity to kill him. Yep.
Think of how fast you'll tire iron him.
Hang on.
That is not nearly as much of a difference in speed as I was expecting.
No, yeah. I don't know if any of these powers worked, to be frank. Because I didn't see the guy.
Yeah, you couldn't.
With the Auspex.
You couldn't see him through the pipes. He was lit up once you got close to him. But you had to be so close to him already that it didn't help anything.
When you can pick up an object and throw it, you will see this use icon. To pick up the object, press the use key. To throw it, press the attack key. Throw an object to make noise. Use to distract your enemies. I bet this is the only text box in this room. I was wrong. My mind is blown.
You fool.
Crouch, find an object and pick up, throw it away from the guard to distract him. Once he is away from the exit, sneak through the room and leave. Oh, well, that was the window key. I want control.
Huh?
Fucking humans. Gangbangers protecting their turf. Oh, man. I'm here thinking it's Sabat moving up in here. It's the fucking locals about to take one for the hood.
So what do we do?
They probably seen too much. Take this 38. Fucking pea shooter, but a few shots and it'll take down a human.
Thang!
Well, I'm gonna want it back, so don't go die and lose it. I don't use guns much. They're noisy, they're clumsy, practically useless against vampires, but still, a kindred's gotta keep up with the times. And in modern-day Los Angeles, that means coming strapped.
Useless against vampires?
Well, yeah, some are more lethal than others, of course. Watch out for those shotguns. Ouch, those things can smart, I tell you.
I hear you.
Head up and clear out what's left of them. Can't have them running their mouths about any of this. I'm gonna make sure there's no stragglers around outside.
Okay. I've been given a 38 revolver. To equip it, press the ranged weapons key till the revolver icon is highlighted, then the left click. To fire, press the attack key. Some weapons have an alternate firing mode, but not... Yeah. Range combat, a combination of perception and firearms. The feat that affects how well you shoot a gun. When you equip a gun, you will see the range combat cursor. Its spread and the speed at which it focuses is a direct result of the value of your range combat feat. There are some bottles on a crate at the end of this hall. Aim your cursor, wait for it to fully focus, and use the attack key to fire the gun. Oh, wait, yeah.
Close. F2.
F2, right.
I mean, they're pretty much shot.
Oh, hang on.
You just cannot attempt a lockpick. To be fair, there doesn't seem to be anywhere to insert lockpicks into on that door, so...
Where you going, man?
Combat is not the only solution for sticky situations. You can also use your feats and disciplines in dialogue. When you're able to do so, your responses will show up in different colors, and when using higher resolutions, different fonts that are indicated below.
Yeah, so you know when your skills are making a thing available to you.
This indicates a persuasion response. This indicates a seduction response. This indicates an intimidation response.
Okay, that was pretty... That was more robot than intimidating.
That is like a robot text. I'm embodying...
Okay, all right.
My voice was very green in that line reading. It was very purple.
Listen, nobody's going to tell you you don't sound pretty green.
Oh, there. Okay.
That's it, kiddo. Just like that, and it's all over. Everyone slinks back to their corners of the city for the night.
That's it. It's all over.
Until the next night when the Camarilla finds some way to strike back. Parry, dodge, spin, and all that, and so on and so on and so on.
Don't spin, by the way. I know people do this kind of shit in movies all the time. When you're fighting people, don't spin. Keep your back away from your enemies.
This is normal.
Well, to be honest, you came at an interesting time, let's say. The Camarilla, the Sabat. Well, in LA, these are the new kids on the block. There's already plenty of kindred had stakes down in California long before them. Now, we got every ancient kindred rivalry playing out all over the city. A lot of tension out there. A lot of fear. A lot of jittery, high-strung predators clinging to their little pieces of eternity. Oh, boy. I think they're looking for you outside. Guess you got a cab to catch. Was hoping to fill you in on a little bit more, but hell, you'll figure it all out. If you make it back, stop in at the last round. It's this bar downtown here. I'll fill you in on the politics. Now, that's the stuff that'll kill you. Good luck.
You have received 2 experience points. By pressing the character editor key, you can access your character sheet and spend your experience points where you see fit. Unspent experience points will stay in your available experience pool.
Yeah, so this is a level-less system. You get resources and place them directly into your bars. An experience point can't be spent directly. I think it takes multiple experience points to buy an attribute. You can buy levels of your abilities cheaper.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you can see here. It says at the top right of the box, like to buy the first point in a new skill costs. So yeah, mouse over some stuff. You can see in the top right of the box there it says.
Oh, initial cost 3, cost 8.
Yeah,
cost 4 for that one. Okay.
It depends on how much of a thing you already have. So 2's not really anything to work with, but you're getting there. At some point, you'll be able to improve something.
Okay.
And here we have your haven. Prince Lacroix has arranged for you to use a Camarilla safe house in Santa Monica as your haven. And we'll totally explore this and come to grips with it and all of our new stuff next time, right?
Yeah, because we've been so we've been doing this. I don't know how much is actually going to be in the recording.
There's going to be
We've
some
been doing this
editing
like
for sure.
we've been doing this for like 2 hours, and then we spent an hour before then just trying to get it to record. So I
Yeah, it's been an experience.
and I'm glad I've experienced it with you, sweetheart. And boy, that was a tutorial.
Yeah, I did not remember how how hands-on that is. Here's 4 dialogue boxes explaining to you how to make your hand punch a guy. Listen, it's not all like that. I'm confident that it's not all like that. So that I think is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, I'm hoping to have figured out how to get the audio to play along a little bit better. We found a solution. I'm confident there's a better solution.
It was so funny when he got quieter when you turned it up.
The better solution. Anyway, come back next time for the start of the actual game. Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines. It's a classic for a reason. ***. And we'll see you then.